Hey everyone, welcome to What Wears Watchin'. Today I'll be talking about The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel trailer. Now, I don't normally discuss trailers on here because they're so short, but this one gave me a lot to talk about, I think, and I'm really excited about it. So, the very first thing that sticks out to me is the weird creature that Link and Zelda stumble upon in the cave. Basically, everybody thinks that it seems to be Ganondorf. Like, that seems kind of obvious. He's got Gerudo medals and the long red hair and the crown. He looks like a mummified version of Ganondorf. Not Ganon or the Calamity or Malice or anything, but Ganondorf. And that's something that really wasn't explained in Breath of the Wild. It was sort of just brushed to the side that Ganon had allowed his rage to consume him, and so he was no longer the Ganondorf we knew from previous games in the storyline. What I think is so interesting about this is that this is completely new stuff here. What is this giant glowy hand that has him pinned down? Why does the Malice seem to awaken inside of Ganondorf again? What's causing the castle to rise out of the ground? I think we took the Malice for granted. I think that it's something different than what we originally thought it was in Breath of the Wild. So here's my theory. If you look at the whole Zelda timeline, we know that Demise keeps reincarnating over and over again as Ganondorf every time, in an attempt to kill the reincarnations of Link and Zelda because he hates them. I think that one of the Ganondorfs, the one we see that's all mummified, was finally able to separate himself from the essence of Demise. Basically, separate his soul from his body. That's why he looks all gross and wrinkly. His essence was removed from his body. His soul, the soul of Demise, that's the Malice. That's the thing that's been terrorizing Hyrule. That's the thing that we fought in Breath of the Wild. That's why it was so different. You know, in other games, Ganondorf was one guy, and he had magic and he could control bad guys, but he was one guy. In Breath of the Wild, it was this substance. You know, it was like this disease or this plague that just existed everywhere. That's why I think Ganon was so different in Breath of the Wild. That wasn't actually Ganon. That was the soul of Demise, but it was called Ganon because it was inside Ganondorf for so many thousands or millions of years. So when Link and Zelda destroyed the gigantic beast Ganon at the end of Breath of the Wild, that was just part of Malice. It wasn't actually all of him. That wasn't actually all of the soul of Demise. Some of that Malice is still around and it's in a weakened state, so it decided to return to its original body. That's why we see it creeping up the Ganondorf body and then his head turns and the eyes glow. I think the soul of Demise is returning back to the body that he once inhabited because he's gotten so much weaker after he fought Link and Zelda. I don't know, it's sort of a creative theory. Maybe other people have come up with it first. I certainly don't lay claim to this. I kind of formulate it just from looking at, reading, and listening to other people. But either way, it's a new Zelda game, and it's serving as a direct sequel to its predecessor. That's awesome. But also, it's built on the same engine, and it has strong horror vibes. If you don't get what I'm talking about, it's a spiritual successor to Majora's Mask. Because that game was a direct sequel to the predecessor, it was built on the same engine, and it had strong horror vibes. That's the only other time that that's happened, and it's hitting all these notes. Now, I don't know what to make of that exactly, but I'll tell you this much. I cannot wait for this game. And that's really all I have left to say. Let me know your favorite Zelda game down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I've been Beware. This is What Wears Watching. Stay frosty.